are brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive offers 24/7 protection when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle.
Welcome back to Sports Center. Brian Custer, Arda O'Cal here. Coach Hearn.
Oh, it's good to be here with you, man.
Man, we got to dive into Week 17. And, you know, let's start in the AFC North because it was simple, really, for the Steelers. You win the North, you know. But I guess they have not won in Cleveland since 2022. Three straight years they've taken the L. Myles Garrett looked one sack away from the single-season record. Picking up in the third quarter. Keep your eye there on Garrett. And really, it was quick. Get rid of that football quickly. He is not going to get a sack.
No, not so fast.
Threw that one quickly. Jonnu Smith, short game, take another low.
Yep, he knew he was coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
He smiled.
Yeah, yes. Fourth quarter, Steelers trail 13-6. Rodgers over the middle, Fryer move. That's a first down.
Very nice.
And quickly, the Steelers moving downfield. 29 seconds left. Rodgers to the end zone. Incomplete off of Denzel Ward's hand. That one almost ended the game. Third and goal. Again to the end zone. Incomplete. Last chance here for the Steelers. Fourth and goal. Rodgers looking. And again for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And again, incomplete. Steelers lose 13-6. They lose their shot to win the North. Afterwards, Myles Garrett was asked about the plan to keep him away from getting a sack.
For sure. But, I mean, they kind of fell under the same line of thinking that the Packers did. You know, we'll just throw everything at them and see if we can muster effort to win without it.
Still as confident as ever that you get the record next week?
Absolutely. Why shouldn't I be?
What game fewer?
4 more quarters, 60 more minutes, however you want to draw it up, it'll get done.
Aaron Rodgers tried to do everything he could to get away from Myles Garrett, but your defense kept him out of the end zone. What can you say about their standout performance today at home?
The defense great. I know a couple weeks they had something to prove, but I feel like they stamped it. They stamped it. They got back to who they were.
Congratulations, you just beat Aaron Rodgers.
My team, we all beat them.
Aaron, when you let go of an opportunity like that in clinch, how difficult is it to bounce back? You know you got one more shot.
I mean, it's not difficult. That's our job, you know, playing on 17.
And what gives you that confidence you guys are being able to right the ship next week?
Because we've done it all season. We've handled adversity well, and we had to play our best ball. Yeah, we did, other than today.
If you really love the sport and you really love the game, you have to be a competitor. You know, it could have been an easy way out today and get the win, and next week probably chilling or something. But now you got to come play football now. You know, season on the line. I'm a competitor, so I love it.
So it looks like Myles Garrett will have to wait till the regular season finale there to try to get that sack record. But again, for the Steelers, you win the North. Is there anything troubling about this performance?
Well, I said this earlier today, no DK Metcalf. So where are the explosive plays offensively? When he's out of the lineup, you know, all of a sudden the defense plays a little bit different. When he's in the lineup, you got to shift coverage toward him. But it was a game that when you think about the Cleveland Browns, they're a top 5 defense. People lose sight of that. And they got into a game where they played down to the competition, and the more the game lingered on, the more confidence Cleveland became, you know, with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Pittsburgh Steelers find themselves in a situation now that all of a sudden the last game is going to mean a whole lot to the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And the Ravens.
Yes.
But you got to give Cleveland a lot of credit. Shedeur Sanders, you know, was he great? Played good enough.
Yeah.
And they just played good enough where you let them hang around. And you hate that as a coach. You're sitting there going, guys, let's go. All of a sudden it's the fourth quarter and this game is tight. Cleveland is gaining confidence as this thing goes on.
Shedeur Sanders is certainly a candidate at minimum for the play to win the game. But to your point earlier, this is now the 4th straight road loss for the Steelers in Cleveland. That's their longest such streak since 1993. I've always wanted to know, Coach, when there's a record like this lingering, okay, Myles Garrett he's never sacked Aaron Rodgers.
No.
He's sacked over 50 quarterbacks and Jamar Chase, but he's never sacked Aaron Rodgers. I'm just curious, when you're a coach of the opposing team and you have a record like that lingering, and I'm sure that professional athletes and coaches don't want the record to be broken against their team, but how much does that really factor into your preparation?
It doesn't factor so much to you as a coach, but to the players it does. So if you're an offensive lineman for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're saying we cannot let him break the record on us. They're a prideful group. You know, you're dealing with one of the best players in football, Myles Garrett. That offensive line said, hey, we ain't gonna let this guy break the record on us. Maybe next week, but not this week, right? And Aaron Rodgers understood it too. They did some things in the passing game, got rid of the ball quickly when they knew that he was going to, on the end where they try to block him with one guy. This is a bad loss for Pittsburgh. It really is. I mean, look, they're still going to go to the playoffs, still have a chance to win the division, but this is a bad loss. And I can just think of Mike Tomlin telling these guys, we're playing Cleveland. Come on, we got to get going, you know. And Pittsburgh was on this little winning streak, and all of a sudden now they lose to Cleveland.
So a bad loss for the Steelers, a great win for the Ravens. Now, last night on SportsCenter, we had Derrick Henry on after his monster game. He had one of his typical King Henry terrific games. And this is what he said about how he would watch this Steelers game today. Have a listen.
Pray before we leave that, you know, the good Lord just give us a chance. Wake up tomorrow in the morning, pray again before the game comes on. The good Lord give us a chance, and then let it all unfold, man. You know, it's out of our control.
The final playoff spot in the AFC will be decided next week with the winner of the Ravens and Steelers taking the division crown. ESPN Analytics favors the Ravens in the game. Despite being on the road, in the event of a tie, Pittsburgh would win.
This is going to be an interesting game, only for the simple fact that you're hoping Lamar Jackson to be back, right?
Yes.
Didn't play again today because of the back contusion. Size up this matchup for me. These are two rivals, two teams who really don't like each other. It seems like Baltimore remembered they've got Derrick Henry and run Derrick Henry. How do you see this game, especially with so much on the line for next week?
Their strength right now is Derrick Henry. If you're the Baltimore Ravens, you can control the game with Derrick Henry. You can keep Aaron Rodgers and that offense on the sideline, and that's what you want to do, right, with Henry. The way he played last week, he's telling you right now, just give me the ball. I need to touch it 30 times. And I think that's going to be the mindset of the Ravens when they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is why you went out and got Aaron Rodgers for games like this. Aaron Rodgers understands how important this game is. The problem is the big play guy, DK Metcalf, he's not playing. He's in the stands watching the game. That incident that happened,
huge.
If they lose 2 in a row, just think about what they're going to say. You lose a guy, he gets into it with a fan, and that hurt us now. So this is a big game for both parties, and it's going to be fun to watch this game. This is going to be a tackle football game that you don't even want to leave for the commercials. You're going to sit there and watch.
No, glued to our chairs,
big time football
glued
game.
to the screens. This is what we live for, right? Win in your in situations. Cannot wait for week 18, but we got more to talk about in week 17. Why